I got work for you.
Stepto now, not be ashamed.
I have now marked it.
No words. I should have said a poet. That was beautiful.
They did send a poet, and that's what he wrote.
Yes, I like the repetition of rhyming maybe with maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
How is everyone?
Good, Stepto. How are you?
I am excellent, thank you.
Good.
I have some stuff for you guys.
I know.
Ooh.
It's
Exciting.
I'm looking forward to it. What just as a tease, what do you have to be auctioning off later during your call?
Well, one of the unexpected downsides of working in the video game industry is that you end up accumulating a lot of different things, promotional items from different video games. So I thought it'd be cool to sort of spread the wealth a little bit for charity, and clear some space in my house.
Oh, bonus! Can I actually briefly cut in and get you to, just for the benefit of those watching who may not know, what have you done in the video game industry?
You asked me that. So for a long time, I was the head of policy and enforcement for the Xbox Live service, which meant that I handled a team of people that moderate and police the service. And I've also helped along with a number of different video game titles that have come out. You may have heard of, the Halos and stuff of that nature. Most recently, I was involved with a consumer electronics startup that creates personal gaming environments that allow your console to be taken pretty much anywhere, so you can game on the go if you're on a business trip. So kind of a wide variety of different things. And along the way, I've come to meet a lot of wonderful people, not the least of which including yourselves, who comment on the video game industry and as well are part of the video game industry. So I thought what I would do is, again, share some of the spoils. So I thought I'd show you some of the things that are going to be up for auction for this particular call.
All right.
We good?
Yeah, lay it on
All right.
us.
So this is the stuff that I kind of accumulated. I don't know if you're familiar with this little game that just came out called Assassin's Creed 3.
I think I've heard of it, yeah.
Nope.
They were kind enough to send me a statue.
Whoa.
Ooh. This is a statue of Connor, the main character in the game itself, that is part of the collector's edition. That I thought it'd be cool for people who maybe didn't want to buy the collector's edition or couldn't necessarily afford it, that I'd throw this in as a cool thing to auction off this evening.
Nice.
So it's a very cool statue of the character itself. It also comes with a pole and an American flag that are included in the box, but I don't want to unwrap those. So I thought that would be one thing that I would auction off. But as I mentioned, I get a lot of stuff that, like I said, just starts to accumulate and take up space. So I have a bunch of other things here. I have an Assassin's Creed 3 belt buckle.
Wow.
Does anyone wear belts? Because I have a belt buckle.
Nice.
If anyone wears belts, I got that. Also, I have a Cylon from Battlestar Galactica.
Whoa.
Nice.
He's not from Assassin's Creed.
Not from Assassin's Creed.
Oh.
No, well, it's probably later in Assassin's Creed, but those storylines at some point. Does anyone make cookies? Because I have a companion cube cookie cutter.
What? Wait,
So does that cut?
Just a sec. How is that a cookie cutter? The thing was huge.
Is it cut cookies in the shape of companion cubes?
I don't want to open it, but it's Portal 2 cookie cutter. I don't know if you can read that very well.
Yeah.
Probably put it backwards in the. But yeah, no, they're cookie patterns.
You just
I can
get
open
one
it.
giant
I
cookie?
don't.
I bet you
It's
there's
probably
multiple.
Oh, it's multiple cookie
cutters
cutters.
in it. And then you
Also,
just
it's a tin. Okay, cool.
If you like Red vs. Blue, I have season 9 on DVD
Sweet.
Ooh.
Nice.
and soundtrack with Jeff Williams and cast.
Awesome.
Nice. I like that the cool awesome statue of guy from Assassin's Creed, all this great stuff, and the cookie cutters is what everyone's like, ooh.
Yeah, the portal cookie cutters have broken our chat.
All of my
Pieces of metal and shapes.
It's all of my interests. Eating cookies.
From our good friends at Penny Arcade, who are, of course, very close to Child's Play. I don't think I'm going to explain
Nice.
character does. But
Smart.
the box is a statue of an aggressively automated juice extractor.
He's a fruit friend.
The fruit
Yeah,
friend.
He's the fruit friend.
So we have that as well.
He makes friends with oranges.
I've got a tiny umbrella here. Maybe that's for heavy rain. I don't know.
Wow.
A ranch, SimCity, perhaps. Oh, here's my favorite.
Oh, there's some pictures of that.
I think this is from
Awesome cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Max or somebody with a hard drinking past. This is a shot glass that fits inside of a keychain.
What?
Oh.
Like that, I've got that. So, like I said, everything must go. Clearing some space here for charity. I thought some of this stuff would be super fun for people to experience.
Awesome.
Nice.
So, but yeah, and also I'm including a copy of my book.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Nice.
Nice.
And a mighty fine book it
And
is.
I also have, if I can find it, a signed copy of my Geek a Week card drawn by our friend Len Peralta.
Cool.
Lovely.
Nice.
That's super awesome.
Stuff. It's not going. I decided the loot chest thing that Mikey Newman had come up with was just too awesome, and so I just basically did a Kmart version of that.
It's the what random cool stuff do I have lying around my room?
Yeah.
Yes, everything must go. Clear some space.
Great. Well, we will look forward to that a little later on after we've had a chance to chat with you. First of all, how's it going?
It is going very well. It's funny bouncing from project to project. You end up becoming actually more busy than I think I've actually ever been. When I thought of my time at Microsoft as being complex and busy and never ending, I didn't realize that we move from writing projects to startup projects to performance projects to different things of that nature. That you become actually a lot more busy and where you have to spend your time. So I've been spending a lot of my time doing writing and doing a lot of other things involving, like I said, consumer electronics stuff, fun stuff like that. So it's been busy.
Awesome.
More time writing, less time moderating the Uno channel, though. So that's got to be it's got to be a plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I see a lot less full frontal nudity than I
Yeah.
used to.
I remember, just as an aside, we got to Stepto was nice enough to show us the enforcer room, enforcer pit, I guess, at Xbox Live Enforcement, where there was a gentleman sitting at a computer with his chin in his hand, sort of leaning like this, looking at a screen, sort of sitting in on someone's game of Uno, and just pointed to one of the four players and was like, "This guy here, this guy's gonna take his pants off.
Yep, his pants are coming off.
His pants are coming
You
off."
can usually tell.
Yeah, and he's like, "Really? Yeah." Well, there it goes.
You get a sixth sense about these things.
Yeah, you can sort of tell by by how they're.
Trying to keep it on the up and up and clean for all audiences, but we did have a metric that we found pretty interesting, which we called TTP, which was time to, and I'm sure you can figure out.
Well, you can tell by sort of like what they're wearing, how the camera's framed, how quickly the person could get from sitting to standing with their pants on.
I'm not. It wasn't even a standing thing. Some of them got so skilled that they could just drop the pants without ever standing up.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Did I ever tell you guys the story of when we did the? We actually would spend a lot of time analyzing online behavior, and we did that from several different angles. The first of which was we would actually look at the data that was generated by the Xbox Live service in general. The second was we'd actually go out and police the service actively and monitor what we saw that was happening. And one of the things I found always the most entertaining about Uno was separating sort of the 1% that would tend to get naked on it, which, hey, by the way, evidently there's a business for that. So naked Uno, maybe the next big thing, who knows? But what was interesting to me was that about 50% of people would use the camera for its intended purpose. They would just point it at their face and they talk and they chat. Another probably 25% or so would point the camera at like a poster or a wall or something that was static or inanimate. And then my favorite part about this is just how sort of inscrutable it is. The other 25% of people would point the camera at a cat,
Oh.
not a dog, not any other animal. But like a fourth of the people playing Uno would point their camera at a cat. So I guess that's the Reddit crowd, I'm assuming. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, that we find that weird, but not the naked people.
It is the internet.
What kind of sick person would point a camera at the cat? Well, one of the questions on the blog is what's the I mean, presumably there's some things that you might not even be able to talk about. But what's the most humorous story you can think of from your time moderating at Microsoft?
Wow. There are so many.
It's like try to narrow that to one.
Yeah.
Good luck.
That's why he's got a book.
So I think one of the ones that I think is the oddest one is when you think about moderating online behavior, some of it is obvious bad behavior and some of it is maybe not so obvious in trying to figure out, is it actually interrupting or disrupting the game for other people? And one of my favorite stories was very early on when I was playing Shadowrun. I don't know how many of you guys ever played Shadowrun.
Yeah.
It was a great game in the early part of the Xbox 360's lineup. And it was it was a weird game because it took a very beloved role-playing mythos, that of Shadowrun, and it tried to apply it to a team-based oriented sort of first-person shooter. And it was a great game because it got so many things about being team-oriented right. Like, for instance, if you were running to capture the flag and someone got on your team, got the flag, and you were running alongside them and you took bullets, like people were hitting you instead of hitting the flag carrier, you got more points for that than the person would get for capturing the flag to support the role of playing as